Good morning, Rampage family. Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska. We've got the first of 3 games this weekend. Today's matchup is against the Nashville Junior Predators. And the 2 games that we have today, we've got one later today against the North Star Christian Knights. And the 2 games that we have today, just so everybody's ready to go, are against very, very tough teams. So this Nashville team is ranked very high, and the North Stars are ranked just a touch higher. So, yeah, buckle up and get ready. It's going to be some good, very tough hockey today. And so what we really, really want to see, as we always do, is just see our boys put in a really, really strong effort. I fully believe that it's going to be physical. It's going to be playing against some very skilled players. And so some keys to the game, I think, for both of the games today. Our boys have to be ready to play physical, but in a way that keeps them out of the box. So let's, everybody sitting at home watching, just keep fingers crossed for that. Say some prayers that the boys are ready to go. I know we have, we've got a lot of players that have a little touch of something, and hopefully we're healthy enough, and you know that also probably means that the other teams have players that have a little touch of something too. So I'm not sure. All right, I'm hearing some scouting intel about what I think is the backup goalie for the Nashville Junior Predators. It appears that maybe he forgot his gear at home. We're trying to figure out the story there, but nonetheless, we'll, like I said, we'll get ready to get going here. Should be a couple of really hard-fought battles today, and I'll keep you posted. Just about out of time in the warm-up period, and we'll let you know how everything goes. One quick scouting report update that I forgot to mention. Kyle Bisley will be out this weekend. You may see him over there on the bench standing with coaches, but recovering from concussion protocol. That we believe he'll be back and good to go by Phoenix, but he will be out this weekend, unfortunately. So we'll be down 1 defenseman. I don't know if that means that we'll, fill in as we have before. I know Nathan Bender's one of our forwards who's capable of playing back on defense, and I don't know if we'll do that to even out the defensive lines or play with 5 D-men. So we'll see. Rampage done with their huddle up. Got everybody pumped and ready to go.
I think we win the coach battle this time.
Well, yeah, but technically one of those is. All right, see what we got. Looks like we're going to have Liam Holmes in net to start, and so I'm assuming that we'll stay on our normal rotation with Liam this morning, Zach tonight, and then Liam tomorrow. That's my guess, but I don't know. Out on the ice to start period number 1, we've got Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Wheeler, and Esperito. 17 minutes up on the clock. Ref dropping the puck gets the award for the best beard competition today. Rampage win the draw back to Esperito. He's going to feed it back up towards Drexel, excuse me. A little back and forth, and now it's going to get sent back. Nashville has it. They're going to skate to the near side, take the red line, and dump it into the zone. Goes to the far side. Espirito in the corner. Comes up top. Nashville puts a shot on. Gets deflected in the near side corner. Wheeler and Whitted. Whitted's going to send it up the near side wall, up to the point. Nashville turns around, goes off a skate, ends up in the far wall. Drexel sends it up. Apparently not out. Now it's going to come out. Whitted picks it up. He's into the zone with it. It's got Sarver on the far side. Gets it over Sarver. Sarver takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. Puck back behind, and now it rolls up the near side boards out of the zone. Gudanis picks it up. He's going to send it across to the far side, just outside of the reach, and now Nashville picks it up. They're back into the Rampage zone with it. Puck down low in the far corner. Gudanis feeds it back up the boards. A little back and forth. Wilton's in there. Merrill's in there. Nashville skates it off the wall, centers it. Poke check, and then shot deflects up and over, ends up on the far side. Nashville's got it on the far wall, down low in the corner. It's going to come over to Gudanis. Gudanis turns with it, sends a stretch pass up to Wilton. He deflects it off to Foster, back across, doesn't advance into the zone. Wilton's going to turn and dump it and go for a change. Foster giving chase on the forecheck. Nashville sends it over to the near side. Up and out of the zone. They're into the Rampage zone with it on the far side. Centering pass attempt, deflects up in the air, ends up at the near side point. Nashville sends it across to the far side boards. Bender's going to pick it up, chips it up and out, and then Rahosian skates through into the Nashville zone, puts a shot on from the far wall. Goaltender makes the save. It ends up in the far corner. Nashville sends it up the far wall. Roberts is in there, turns it around, a little back and forth, and now Nashville has it on their stick. They turn, send a pass across to the near side. They're into the Rampage zone. A little bit of space, centering pass. A shot taken, and Holmes makes the save. I don't know that he knew that he had it. Does make the save. Puck ends up down low. Gets chipped up, and Roberts has it. He's out of the zone. Centers it for Rahosian. Rahosian skates to the far side. Dumps it in on net. Goaltender covers it up. So we get a stoppage. We'll have a face-off in the Nashville zone. And just for an update, we did have Nathan Bender playing on the defensive line that last time. So out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver, Wheeler, and Espirito. Puck goes down low into the corner, across to the near side boards. Nashville sends it up and out and dumps it into the Rampage zone. Espirito goes after it down low. Skates to the far side, sends it up the wall. Drexel gets there, gets tied up on the far boards, and now gets sent across. Sarver's going to pick it up. Sarver turns with it, takes the red line. He's going to dump it in. Drexel goes after it in the far side, comes up the wall and not out. Gudanis gets in and pinches at the blue line. Puck bounces back and forth. Nashville has it. They send it up and not out. Sarver's there at the blue line. Puck comes loose to the near side. Now it comes out to neutral ice. Gudanis recollects. He's going to send it across, goes off of a boot. Sarver has to come back and pick it up in his own zone. Sarver over to Wheeler. Wheeler makes a move. He's going to skate out to neutral ice to the near side, takes the red line and chips it. Nashville comes back for it behind their own net, and Wilton's in there on the forecheck. Whittingham's in there as well. Nashville chips it across to the far side. They're going to skate it out of their zone. Into the Rampage zone. Merrill turns it around. Nashville sends it back down low. Gudanis gets there, sends it up the far wall to Wilton. Wilton sends it just out of the zone. Whittingham's there, and Nashville coming back the other way. Gudanis with a quick steal, a little back and forth at neutral ice, and now comes back to Merrill down low, who sends it out, and we have an interference penalty come in to Armani Foster, it looks like. Back behind the play, I didn't see it. So I can't tell you if it was a good call or not, because I honestly didn't see a thing. So with 13:18 left in period number one, we're going to face off in the Rampage zone. Rampage will be on the PK for the first time in this game. On the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Gudanis, and Merrill to start the PK unit. Nashville wins the draw up to the point. They're going to send it back down the boards. Back up to the point. Center shot from up high. Holmes has it. He's going to hang on. So we'll get another face-off in the Rampage zone. 13:10 and 1:52 left on the PK. Same crew out as before. Nashville wins the draw up to the point. Skated out to center. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. It comes loose, and Gudanis sends it up. Comes out of the zone. Nashville's going to get there. They send it across to the far side and back again. They're going to skate it back into their own zone. Little back and forth. Skate out from behind their net. Send it across to the near side. They're skating through neutral. They're into the Rampage zone on the near side wall. Held up at the wall. Pass across to the far side. Goes off the wall. Nashville recollects. They send it down low and then back up again. And sent in. Deflected. Shot taken. Holmes with the save, and it's loose. Comes up to a Nashville player. Shot taken. That one is going to end up in the net. So with 12:32 left in period number 1, Nashville's going to go up 1-0 on a power play goal. Out on the ice, we've got King, McManus, Rahosian, Wheeler, and Espirito. Tied up on the draw. A little back and forth, and then King's going to dump it into the Nashville zone. Nashville back behind their net. McManus on the forecheck. King on the forecheck on this side. And Nashville's going to send it up the near side wall and clear it. Wheeler comes back for it. He's going to turn at neutral ice. Makes a move through neutral into the Nashville zone. Takes a shot from up high. Goalie gets a piece of it. It ends on the near side wall. McManus pinches in. Keeps it in the corner for now. Now it gets chipped up and out of the zone. Wheeler tries to get there first and gets a stick on it. King's got it. He turns with it. He's looking. Sends it across towards McManus, just outside the reach, back into the Nashville zone. Nashville sends it across the near side, up the near side wall. They're into the zone with it. Bender sends it hard off the wall, comes up and out. Back down low. Nashville turns. They're into the zone with it. Huff puts a body on. Poke check, and it ends up in the corner. Nashville has it down low back behind the Rampage net. They turn with it. They're going to feed it around to the near side wall. Gets tied up down low. We got 3 Rampage players in there, a couple of Nashville players, and Nashville digs it out of the corner. Comes back to Huff. Huff sends it across to the far side. Wilton sends it back again. Comes over to Huff. Huff sends it up the wall towards Foster. Bounces off the wall. Nashville turns, takes a shot. Holmes with the save. Now it comes up to Wilton. Back again. Wilton makes a move to the inside. He's got it on his stick. He's into the Nashville zone with it. Drops it for Whittingham. Whittingham takes a shot. Goalie gets a piece of it. Ends up in the far corner. Pinching on the far wall. Merrill's in there. Puck is still down low. Foster's in there as well. Puck tied up. Foster's going to chip it up high. Played on with a high stick. So we'll get a stoppage, and we'll have a face-off in the Nashville zone. 10:38 left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Gudanis, and Merrill. Nashville sends it around to the near side wall. They turn with it through neutral into the Rampage zone. They're going to take the outside wall, hold up down low in the corner. Players tied up. Whitted sends it out, goes off a Drexel skate and comes out to neutral ice. Nashville turns around, sends it back in. Gudanis sends it around the boards up to the near side. Sarver chips it up, and now it's going to bounce out. Nashville sends it across to the far side. Back again. They're into the Rampage zone. Everybody had, I guess they called icing. I thought he was close enough to the red line, but we'll get a face-off in the Nashville zone with 10:08 left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, McManus, King, Espirito, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw, gets sent across. Nashville's going to clear now. They're out to neutral. They chip it up into the zone. Puck down low, and Holmes is going to cover it up. So we'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. 9:56 left in period number 1. Same crew out as before. Nashville wins the draw. They send it across to the far side point. Shot taken, Holmes gets a leg pad on it. Puck comes in, ends up down low in the corner. Nashville sends it back up to the point. And back down low. Battle for the puck behind the net. Nashville centers it. Shot doesn't make it through. It's going to come up top. And a shot from up high sails up and over. So with 9:38 left in period number 1, Nashville's going to go up 2-0. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Whittingham, Wilton, Huff, and Bender. Nashville wins the draw, back into their own zone, send it up the near side boards, deflects up and into the Rampage zone. Bender gets there. Nashville jumps on it pretty quick, ties it up down low. Nashville sends it up, goes off of Foster's skate. He's going to wrangle it in. He turns and skates with it. Into the zone. Quick poke check, and now Nashville's back out of the zone. Nashville's into the Rampage zone, 2-on-1, send it across to the near side, and Huff with a nice defensive move keeps the pass from going through. Gets chipped up and out. Nashville has it back in their own zone. Whittingham applying pressure on the forecheck. Comes off the wall. Back up to Wilton. Wilton turns, sends it up to Whittingham into the Nashville zone. Whittingham is going to turn and go for a change, I believe. Nashville's got it on the near side. Sends it off the board, comes out to Whitted, sends it over to Gudanis. Gudanis turns and chips it not into the zone. Nashville has it back in their own zone now. Off the wall. Merrill with a body. He's going to turn it around at center. Now it's going to bounce off a body, come to the near side. Gudanis has it in his own zone. He turns, looks, sends the pass up outside the reach. Nashville has it back. Nashville turns. They're going to dump it into the Rampage zone. Holmes is going to hold it up behind his net. Gets tied up. And now Gudanis picks it up out of the pile. He turns with it, sends it across to Drexel. Drexel chips it up. It's into the zone. Nashville played it with the high stick, but play continues. They turn around. They're back into the Rampage zone offsides. Play continues. Puck goes across to the far side. Drexel gets there. He's going to flip it way up in the air. Comes out to neutral ice. Nashville recollects in their own zone. Sends it across to the near side. Up the wall on the near side. Deflects into the zone. Wheeler has to come down low in the corner. He's going to skate it to the far side and turn with it. He's outside the zone. Loses it and then wrangles back in. He's into the Nashville zone with it. Wheeler skates it down low. Centering pass. Nobody home. Goes off the goaltender. It's going to come back up to the point. McManus holds it in. Dumps it down low again. Puck to the far side wall. Still in the zone, and now Nashville's got it back. They're going to clear the zone with it, skate out, take the red line, and dump it hard into the Rampage zone. It's going to rim around to the far wall. McManus sends it up the far wall. Rahosian gets a piece of it, bounces back to him. He sends it behind his back and out of the zone. Roberts applying pressure on the forecheck. Nashville has it in their own zone. They're going to send it to the far side wall. Roberts with a quick steal, centers it for Rahosian. Defenseman is just in there to break things up. Huff holds it at the blue line, keeps it in the zone. Nashville sends it around to the near side. They're off the wall, through neutral, into the Rampage zone with it, and they are offside. 6:43 left in period number 1. Faceoff's going to come outside the Rampage zone. Score is currently 2-0 in favor of the Nashville Junior Predators. Out on the ice, we've got Wilton, Foster, Whittingham, Gudanis, and Espirito. Rampage win the draw. Back to Gudanis. He's going to send it over to Espirito. Espirito up, goes off of Wilton's stick, but I think they're going to wave off icing. So Nashville sends it around to the near side, comes up and out of the zone. Gudanis wrangles it in, gets deflected, ends up way down low in the Rampage zone. Espirito has to come back for it. Gets tied up in the corner. Puck comes right up front. Shot taken. I don't think it made it through. Gudanis is going to send it to the far wall. Wilton gets there, sends it up to Whittingham. Whittingham wrangles it in, over to Foster. Into the good grief, I'm all tongue-tied. Nashville zone, and back again. It's offsides. Looks like they're calling it delayed offside for today, which is something our kids are going to have to get used to. Nashville sends it around. It's back behind the net. Gudanis picks it up on the far side, sends it off the wall, comes up and out. Nashville sends it across the near side. Sarver applying pressure on the forecheck. Centering pass, and Nashville's into the Rampage zone. Shot taken, Holmes with the save. Wheeler's going to send it around the boards to the near side. Deflected up and out. Now comes back to Sarver, and gets poke check, goes to a Nashville player. Nashville turns around, takes a shot from up high. It's going to bounce out. Wheeler kicks it to the near side wall. Sarver gives it to Whitted. Whitted feeds it up to Drexel. It's in his skates and gets kicked forward. Nashville has it back in their own zone. Whitted applying pressure on the forecheck. Nashville changes directions to the near side wall and send it up. They turn, dump it into the Rampage zone. Huff's going to pick it up down low. Changes direction for Wheeler. Wheeler picks it up, turns. Poke check, and Nashville keeps it low in the corner. Puck comes up. Whitted's got it on his stick. He's going to turn with it. Skates, takes the red line, gets a poke check, turns around, gets chipped back into the Rampage zone. Espirito goes up the far wall. Puck back and forth, and now Roberts is going to clear the zone with it. Nashville's got it back. They send it back into their own zone. McManus applying pressure on the forecheck. Nashville sends it around to the far side, and Rahosian is there to hold it in the zone and dump it deep. McManus is coming over to the near side wall to try to trap it. He turns and fires. Puck down low in the corner. Roberts is there. Tries to feed it out front. Deflects up in the air, and Nashville's going to skate out of the zone with it. They take the red line. They're going to dump it into the Rampage zone. Huff picks it up behind the net. Nashville's there. Pass gets deflected in the near side corner. Nashville picks it up down low, sends it across, and it misses the defenseman all the way back into the Nashville zone. Goaltender drops it in the corner. Rahosian's there to try to tie things up. Roberts gets there too. He picks it up off the wall, gets tied up on the far wall. Little back and forth, and Nashville now has it back. They're going to skate out of the zone through neutral. Merrill with a nice check to take the player off the puck and take the puck away. Gudanis is going to turn into zone, drops it back from Merrill. Poke check is going to keep it in the zone. Gudanis has to chase it down in the corner. Nashville gets there first. Centering pass, and Roberts is going to turn and chip it up and out. No icing. Play will continue. Nashville picks it up down low in their zone. Comes up to Foster. Foster to Whittingham. Nice shot. Just goes wide of the net. Puck comes back up to Nashville. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Pass across, deflects, and ends up going wide. Foster's going to pick it up in his own zone. He turns and skates with it. Through neutral, he wriggles it back in. Nashville's going to turn it around, sends it out of the zone now. Got a 3-on-1 into the Rampage zone. Pass back and forth, and Holmes makes the first save, and Nashville's there to pick up the rebound and put it in the net. So with 2:49 left in period number one, Nashville's going to go up 3-0. And our boys have quite a hill to climb in this one. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Drexel, Whitted, Wheeler, and Espirito. Rampage win the draw. Goes all the way back into the corner. Wheeler's going to have to chase it down his own zone. Sends it around the boards to the far side. Drexel's there. Sends it up and out of the zone. It's into the Nashville zone. They get there first. Sarver applying pressure on the forecheck. It's going to come to the near side wall. Nashville has it, flips it up in the air and out to neutral, where Wheeler has to recollect in his own zone. A poke check is going to keep it in the Rampage zone. Nashville takes a shot. Holmes with the save. It ends up back behind the net. Nashville sends it up the distance. The Nashville goaltender sends it out, and Nashville's going to send it in the Rampage zone deep. Bender gets there, cross to the near side. It comes up, and that's going to be icing. So with 2:03 left in period number one, we'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got King, McManus, Rahosian, Gudanis, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw. Merrill sends it up for Gudonis. Little bouncing in the corner. McManus sends it up the wall. King deflects it up and out of the zone, and Nashville turns around and dumps it back in. Puck to the far side. Merrill sends it up the wall towards Rahosian. Kicks it off the wall. McManus picks it up. He's going to skate with it. He sends it into the Nashville zone. Goes just wide of the net. King applying pressure on the forecheck. Nashville sends it up the near side wall. Puck's still in the zone for now, and now Nashville's going to send it up. Gudonis has it in his own zone. Cross ice to Merrill. Pass picked off. Nashville's back in the Rampage zone with it. Shot taken. Gudonis gets skates in the way. Little back and forth. It's going to come up to McManus, sends it up to King. He turns with it. He's going to skate it out of the zone. Takes the red line. He's going to dump it in and give chase. Rest of the Rampage line going for a change. Nashville sends it around to the near side. Tied up down low, and Nashville's going to send it to the far side. Foster picks it up. He's going to dump it in. Rampage had tagged up. Nashville goaltender sends it over to the near side. Puck comes up the wall. Into the Rampage zone, 2-on-1. Nashville takes a shot, and Bender gets a stick in the way of that one. Puck ends up low in the corner. Nashville's with it. Centering pass. Shot taken. Holmes gets a piece. It goes wide, ends up on the far side wall. Puck comes back to the near side. Puck comes out to center. Nashville sends it across. It's in the near side corner. Nashville sends it up to the point, takes a shot from up high, knocks it down, and Holmes is going to cover that one up. 20.3 seconds left in period number 1. Face-off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver, Wheeler, Espirito. Nashville wins the draw, tied up on the draw. Sends it back down the near side wall, back up to center. Shot taken, goes up and high and ends up on the far wall. Nashville with it back behind the Rampage net. Centering pass. It's going to deflect off some bodies, end up in the far corner. Wheeler tries to chip it up off the wall, and time expires on period number 1. So your score after 1 is 3-0 in favor of the Nashville Junior Predators. And as previously mentioned, we got exactly what we expected. This Nashville team is big, they're skilled. They're going to be a very difficult opponent. And our boys just need to pick up the pace a little bit, because we can't get intimidated. We have to keep trying to make those plays, jump in, be really aggressive, maybe take some risks of some penalties. You know, we want to stay out of the box, but we need to play a little more aggressive than we are right now. They are unfortunately dominating the ice time in our end. Had some really good reaction shots, saves, by Liam Holmes so far, and unfortunately, this team is good, and we knew they were going to be good, and they are good. So let's hope our boys have a little something left and can battle back a little bit today. All right, out on the ice, getting ready to start period number 2. We've got Whitted, Drexel, Sarver, Wheeler, and Espirito. 17 minutes on the clock. Nashville wins the draw to the near side. They're going to take the red line, dump it in. Holmes holds it up behind his net. Wheeler gets back. Puck goes around to the near side. Gets tied up down low. A little back and forth. That's going to go to the far side. Nashville sends it up to the point, across to the near side. Shot goes in, deflects off a player and wide of the net. Comes right out front. Holmes with a save. Lots of chaos in front of the net. It comes up to a Nashville player up high. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. Puck's going to bounce right out to center to a Nashville player. They feed it down low. Tied up down low, and Espirito is going to send it up. Goes back down low again, and Wheeler's in there to do battle. Comes up the wall to Drexel. He turns with it. He's going to skate out, sends it over towards Sarver. Into the Nashville zone. It's down low. Sarver trying to apply pressure on the forecheck. Puck is sent around to the far wall. Whittingham right in off the bench is going to pinch it in. Comes out to neutral, and little battle at center ice. The Nashville player blows a tire. Merrill picks it up, sends it up towards Wilton. Wilton's going to turn and flip it into the Nashville zone. Whittingham giving chase on the forecheck. Nashville sends it around the boards to the far side. They're out of the zone now. Skate through neutral ice. They're into the Rampage zone. Quick drop, and charging in, the Nashville player absolutely tried to make a move and absolutely charged Liam Holmes, which you can't do. He didn't get tripped. He blew a tire, but he was making a move and went right into Liam Holmes hard, which to me should result in a penalty, but did not. 15:31 left in period number 2. We'll get a face-off just outside the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Whittingham, Wilton, Bender, and Huff. Nashville wins the draw. They're going to send it around to the near side. Puck down low in the corner. Nashville sends it around. They're behind the Rampage net. Centering pass attempt. Puck is still loose. It ends up in the far corner. Nashville turns and shoots. Holmes with the save. And the secondary save, I believe. Puck comes up and out to neutral. Nashville recollects. They turn and fire it deep into the corner. Bender gets there, sends it up the boards, but not out. It gets trapped on the wall on the far side. Puck comes across, ends up on the near side wall. Huff sends it off the boards and out to neutral. Nashville recollects. They're back into the Rampage zone. Wilton turns, chips, fires. That's going to be icing, I believe. And it is. We get a whistle. Face-off will be back in the Rampage zone. 14:44 left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Rahojian, McManus, Wheeler, and Espirito. Tied up on the draw. Comes up, Espirito picks it up on the wall. He sends it up and out. That's deflected off of a Nashville player. Back into the Nashville zone. Play continues. Nashville picks it up at neutral ice. Wheeler turns and sends it, to the far side corner. Little battle for the puck on the far wall. Sorry, where I'm standing, it's a little hard to see. Nashville has it down low in the corner on the near side. They're going to drop it back behind their own net. Back behind the Rampage net. Roberts skates in the way of that one. The puck's going to bounce out and back into the Nashville zone, where Nashville sends it across to the far side. Puck deflected up and out of play, and we'll have a face-off in the Nashville zone. 13:58 left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Sarver, Whitted, Merrill, and Gudonis. Rampage win the draw. It gets deflected up and comes out of the zone. Whitten's going to send it back for Merrill. Merrill turns, sends it into the zone. Play continues. Goaltender holds it up behind his net. Nashville sends it up to the far side, bounces back across, and Nashville has it on their stick. They send it up. Merrill turns it back around, comes back up to center. Whitted sends it across to the far side. Nashville's going to pick it up. Merrill with the steal, feeds it up to Whitted. Whitted's into the zone with it, feeds it over to Sarver. Johnny Sarver back to Whitted and just misses it. Ends up on the near side wall. Sarver feeds it out front. Whitted crashing in, trying to get there. Nashville's going to pick it up. They send it up and out. Nashville unabated into the zone, and Holmes with the save is going to put it in the far corner. Puck down low. Nashville picks it up back behind the Rampage net. They're going to feed it up to the point. Shot taken from up high, goes wide of the net, ends up on the far side. Holmes with a couple of quick saves. Puck comes out. Drexel's got it. Unable to clear. Nashville with the takeaway. They're going to keep it in the zone, skate down the near side wall. Comes up to Sarver. Sarver's going to turn with it. Turns and takes the red line. He's going to dump it in and go for a change. Nashville with it down low. They're in their own zone with it. Centering pass comes up, and Nashville is into the Rampage zone on the far side. They center the pass. Shot from up high. It's bouncing around down low. Goes back behind the Rampage net. Huff is in there doing battle down low. Puck comes up front. Shot taken. Holmes with the save, and now he's going to cover it up on the second one. 12:20 left in period number 2. Face off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Wilton, Foster, Huff, and Bender. Nashville wins the draw. Shot taken. Holmes gets a piece. It ends up on the near side wall. Huff trying to dig it out. Nashville pinching in. Centers the pass, and it gets deflected right back out to the wall. Puck down low. Nashville with it behind the Rampage net. Tied up down low in the corner. And it's going to come up. Wilton's got it on the stick. He's skating out. He takes the red line. He's going to chip it in and give chase. Nashville coming back for it down low. They send it up the far side wall. Mishandle it. They're going to wrangle it back in, and they're to neutral ice. They're across the red line and into the Rampage zone now. Centering pass. Shot taken, and Holmes with the save. He's going to hang on. 11:42 left in period number 2. We'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Rahojan, Espirito, Roberts, Wheeler, and McManus. Puck gets tied up on the near side wall. Looks like Nashville's got it on their stick. Move made, still down low in the corner. McManus chips it off the wall, comes up to Rahojan. He's going to skate out of the zone, sends it across to Roberts. Nashville turns around now. Wheeler's going to skate it into the zone. Takes the far wall, holds up, and makes a move down low in the corner. Wheeler sends it up the wall to Roberts. Roberts sends it hard down low. It ends up back behind the Nashville zone. Rahojan pinching at the wall. Turns, looks, takes a shot, goes off a skate, doesn't make it through. Comes up to Espirito. Now poke check's going to send it up and out. Wheeler recollects at neutral ice. He's going to turn to the near side. Back into the Nashville zone. Nashville turns with it. They're going to hold up down low in the corner. Comes up to Whitted. He turns, and Nashville holds it on the wall. And now it looks like it's going to come out of the zone. Rahojan gets back, feeds it to Wheeler. Wheeler turns with it. Skate to the near side. He's going to take the red line, dump it in. The Nashville goaltender feeds it to the near side, and the puck comes up and out. Nashville with it. They're into the Rampage zone. Quick takeaway, and now Drexel's going to skate out with it. He's through neutral. He's into the Nashville zone. Shot fed, goes off the leg pad, ends up on the far wall. Whitted's tied up with a couple of Nashville players. They're going to poke it out of the zone now. Nashville comes back and turns to the near side, and they're into the Rampage zone. Merrill with the takeaway. Gudanis has it on his stick, feeds it up to Drexel. Drexel tries to kick it out to neutral, and Nashville poke checks it. They're coming back the other way. Puck ends up in the near side corner. Battle for the puck down low. Nashville's going to pick it up behind the Rampage net. They feed it up to the far side point. Shot taken from way up high, and Holmes gets a piece of it. Still loose. Holmes gets a secondary save, and now Whitted sends it to the far side. Sarver gets there. Nashville pinches in, holds it in the corner. Gets tied up down low. It's going to come back to Gudanis behind his own net. He turns and skates the near side, looks, fans on the pass. Now it comes up to Whitted. Whitted takes the red line. He's going to dump it in hard, go for a change. The Nashville goaltender holds it up for his defenseman. Nashville sends it around to the near side. They're in their own zone. Whittingham applying pressure on the forecheck. They're going to make a move to the outside. Send it up. They're through neutral. They're into the Rampage zone. Kick it out to the far side and back again. Shot deflects off a couple of sticks, goes wide. Now comes up to the far side point. Shot from up high. Holmes gets a leg pad on that one. Comes to the near wall. Wilton picks it up, skates through. He's into the Nashville zone, takes the near side wall. He's going to skate to the far side, up to the point. Bender takes a shot from up high. The goaltender has it in his glove. He's going to hang on. 8:45 left in period number 2. We'll get a face-off in the Nashville zone. I don't know when we're going to get an ice cut. I don't know if it'll go below 8.5, and I'm not sure the tournament rules. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Whittingham, Wilton, Huff, and Bender. Tied up on the draw, and it comes up and out to neutral. Huff's going to send it around to the far side. Bender turns, chips it off the wall, back into the zone. That should be icing, and we do get a whistle for icing, so we had a face-off back in the Rampage zone. 8:34 left in the period. I believe, I mean, just as a guess, I think once we get below 8.5 minutes, I think we'll probably go to an ice cut. Out on the ice, we have Wilton, Foster, Whittingham, Wheeler, and Espirito. Tied up on the draw. Just a big pile of chaos. It's going to go to the far side wall. Fed up and out. And now it's at neutral. Goes over to Whittingham on the far side. He's into the zone. Nashville with the takeaway. He's going to send it up and out. Wheeler turns and chips it into the zone. We are playing delayed offsides. Nashville sends it up, stretch pass, and now a quick takeaway by Espirito. Flips it up right at the red line, and Wilton's going to turn and dump it into the Nashville zone. Nashville picks it up down low. They're behind their own net with it. They send it up and out of the zone. Wheeler with the takeaway. He's going to make a move. Everybody tags up. He's in the Nashville zone. Shot from up high. Goalie gets a piece. It goes back behind the net. Nashville sends it up the boards. I don't know where the puck went. Oh, it got caught on the referee and died right there in the corner. So Nashville into the Rampage zone now. Skates to the far side. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. He's got it in his glove. We got a late whistle because the ref was recovering from a pretty hard puck to the shoulder, I believe. We have a stoppage, and it does look like we're going to go to a nice cut. So when we come back, we'll have 7 minutes and 31 seconds left in period number 2. Face-off will be in the Rampage zone. Score is currently 3-0 in favor of the Nashville Junior Predators. And I'm going to go on mute for the next little bit. All right, welcome back, everybody. We'll get ready to start this second half of the second period. As I mentioned before, just as a reminder, we will start with 7 minutes and 31 seconds left in period number 2. Face-off will be in the Rampage zone. Rampage currently down 3-0. And a better first half of the second period. I mean, you know, you want to take away whatever positives we can. I mean, bottom line is this Nashville team they're very big and they're fast and skilled. So it's not a chippy, dirty game at all. There's only been one penalty the whole first half. They're just good. So we got to dial it up even more. This is going to be one to see, you know, how well our boys respond and can come back. And we got to play fast, hard. In my opinion, I think we got to play the body a little bit more. Maybe risk a few penalties, which we also don't want. But I think we just need to take it to them best we can. And we'll see how it goes. All right, out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Drexel, Whitted, Wheeler, Espirito, and of course Liam Holmes in net. Rampage win the draw. Espirito flips it way up in the air, comes up and out. Out of the rink. So we've got a new puck. Lined up, same crew as before. Nashville wins the draw up to the point. Takes a quick shot. Holmes with the save. He's got it in his glove. He's going to hang on. Down and out on the ice. It's just really hard for me to see. A lot of chaos. Puck ends up on the far wall. Tied up. And it's going to go down low into the corner. Nashville has it. Sends it across to the near side wall. Pinching in. Comes down low. Espirito tries to clear. Nashville pinching in. Holds it in the zone. They're going to skate it. Send it across the far wall. Rampage send it around to the near side. Drexel chips it off the wall. Comes up, but not out. And now Drexel's going to pick it up. Sends it across towards Sarver. Sarver gets there. He's going to skate it into the zone. He's on the far wall. Holds up, waiting for people to get a change. He's going to turn and dump it. Nashville sends it hard up to the near side. Espirito holds it in the zone. And Wilton's going to turn and dump it low. Nashville sends it around to the far wall. Comes up to the point, and now it comes out of the zone. And Whittingham gets a stick on it just as it had crossed back into the zone. So Rampage are offside. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in period number 2. Face-off outside the Nashville zone. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Whittingham, Wilton, Gudanis, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw. Back to Merrill. Just whiffs on it. It's going to come past him. Nashville picks it up into the Rampage zone. Centering pass, and Gudanis gets a body in the way. And we have a stoppage, but I don't know what for. Did the net come off? Oh, okay. I guess the net came off, and so we get a stoppage. We'll have a face-off up and outside of the Rampage zone. Same crew out as before. If you guys are hearing the music this whole time, it's coming from the locker rooms that are right below the stairs where I'm standing. Rampage win the draw over to Gudanis. He takes the red line, and he's going to chip it in. I think Rampage were offside on that one, but play continues. Goes up the far side wall, comes out. Gudanis holds at the point. Now it's going to bounce out. Wilton picks it up, sends it down the boards and back behind into the far side. Comes up to Gudanis at the point, flips it across to the near side corner. Foster's going to get there, turns with it, makes a move to the far side. It ends up in the far corner. Foster kicks it out to center, comes up to Wilton, can't quite get it on his stick. He drops it down low. Nashville sends it around to the far side boards. They turn, send it up and out. Gudanis sends it across to Merrill on the near side. Merrill sends it, dumps it into the zone. Rampage going for a change, ends up on the back of the net. And we finally get a whistle to stop it. We get some pushing and shoving back behind the net. puck was sitting on the back of the net, and they let it go for a little while and finally blew the play dead. 5:27 left in period number 2. Face-off in the Nashville zone. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Rahosian, Roberts, Huff, and Bender. Rampage win the draw, comes back up. Huff's going to dump it down low. McManus gets a stick on it. He gets there in the corner. He's got a player on. He turns and dumps it back behind the net, and we get another stoppage. But I don't know. Oh, the door came open down low in the corner. So the linesman's going to try to get that closed. They're just checking that door. Tied up on the draw. Goes down low. Rahosian chips it back for McManus. McManus has got a player on. He kicks it up towards Huff. The puck's going to bounce up and out. Huff turns with it, turns and chips it in. Apparently Rampage had tagged up in the Nashville zone. Nashville with it down low. They're going to kick it across to the far side. Send it up to neutral ice. Little back and forth. Bender is on a player. Nashville's into the Rampage zone. They carry it down low back behind the Rampage net to the near side. And looked like we might have had a penalty coming, but no hand in the air. Play continues. Puck out front. It's going to bounce up and out of the zone. Nashville has it back at neutral ice. Goes off of a stick and into the zone, and Holmes is going to just cover it up. 4:32 left in period number 2. We'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, Sarver, Drexel, Whitted, Wheeler, Merrill. Tied up on the draw. Comes back into the corner. Merrill's going to get there. Sends it over to the far side. Wheeler picks it up down low. He turns with it. He's going to skate up out of the zone. Sends it up. Nashville has it back. They turn it around. It's back in the Rampage zone. Merrill's going to send it out of the zone. Nashville recollects. They turn back into the Rampage zone on the near side. Down low in the corner. Centering pass goes off the side of the net. Goes over to Whitted on the far side. Whitted feeds it up and through, looking for Drexel, but just outside the reach. It's going to go the distance, and that is icing. So we'll get face off back in the Rampage zone. 4:02 left in period number 2. On the ice, Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Gudanis, and Espirito. Tied up on the draw. Quick shot. Holmes gets a piece. It bounces way up in the air. And the net is off again. Apparently those pegs are... What's that? Yeah. These pegs are not very good. It was just pointed out to me. We do... Stolly travels with pegs, but we're not using our pegs today. And it seems as though maybe we ought to be. Same crew out as before. Tied up on the draw. Actually, Rampage are going to win it. Espirito picks it up, skates it to the far side, chipped up and out of the zone. Nashville picks it up, sends it up the near side wall. They're into the Rampage zone. That doesn't connect, so we get a whistle for icing. Face-off will be in the Nashville zone with 3:49 left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Wilton, Whittingham, Gudanis, and Espirito. Nashville wins it, fans on it, and now they're going to send it around the wall to the far side. Comes up out of the zone. Gudanis picks it up at neutral ice. He turns, sends it over to Merrill. Merrill feeds it through, deflects off a Wilton stick, and now it's into the zone. Whittingham has it on his stick. He's going to skate it down low to the far side wraparound attempt. Goalie makes a save. Nashville picks it up, feeds it up. Espirito picks it up on the near side wall, centers it, and Foster tries a backhand shot, deflects wide of the net. Nashville feeds it up the far side wall. They skate through. They're into the Rampage zone now. Centering pass doesn't connect. It ends up in the near side. Puck gets sent around to the far corner and then dropped down low again. Nashville has it, centers it out front. Gets tied up down low. Nashville picks it up. They turn fire. Holmes with the save. Puck up the far side wall. Foster's going to pick it up and skate with it. And a little back and forth at neutral. Nashville recollects. We got a loose stick that a couple of players fell on, and now the puck gets deflected back into the Rampage zone. Espirito down low, turns and fires it up and out. That doesn't connect. I think that's going to be icing, and it is. 2:33 left in period number 2. Faceoff will be back in the Rampage zone. So far, we're seeing a little bit better signs of life, a little bit of offensive pressure after the ice cut, which I like to see. Out on the ice, we've got Rahosian, Roberts, McManus, Bender, and Huff. Nashville wins the draw up to the corner. They feed it down the near side wall. Fed down low. It's going to go to the far side corner. Nashville feeds it back around again. Near side. Huff gets there, shovels it up the wall. Rahosian skates it out. Nashville has it back. They send it to the far side. They're back into the Rampage zone. Player picks it up. He's got some space. Shot taken. Holmes with a nice save. Nashville picks it up on the near side wall. They feed it back down low again. Centering pass deflects up and over. Shot from up high. Doesn't make it through. Roberts gets in the way. Roberts with the steal. He's got it one-on-one. He's got a player with him. Rahosian's there. Roberts with the shot. Goes off the crossbar. Ends up at the near wall. McManus takes a shot. Goalie gets a piece. It ends up on the far wall. Roberts is going to dump it low and go for a change. Nashville sends it up the near side wall. Comes up and out. Wheeler gets back. Nashville pinching in, and they have it into the zone now. Quick takeaway, and then Nashville gets it back. They takes a shot from the far side, and Holmes wrangles it in, and we do get a whistle, and then we get a... Yeah, that's a Nashville player shot it into the net well after the whistle was blown. The play was dead, which is a delay of game penalty that the ref didn't see, and so we get some pushing and shoving afterwards. No penalties assessed. All right, out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarber, Espirito, and Wheeler. Quick shot off the draw. Holmes gets a piece of it. It bounces up front. Another quick shot. Holmes gets a piece of that one. Puck gets deflected to the far wall. Whitted's got it. Tries to send it off the wall, and then quick turnaround. Sarver sends it back the other way. Comes back to Wheeler. Quick steal by Nashville. They're going to dump it down low. Whitted picks it up down low in the corner, feeds it up front, goes off a Drexel stick, and now Nashville has it in their own zone. They're going to send it to the far wall, into the Rampage zone, down low in the corner. Centering pass goes through and ends up on the near wall. Espirito's there, sends it up off the wall and out. Nashville with the quick steal. Whitted sends it across. Nashville picks it up and centers the pass and doesn't connect. Ends up on the near side wall. Puck comes out. Sarver's got it. He turns, fires it off the far wall up and out of the zone. Nashville recollects at neutral ice. Sends it across to the near side. Feeds it up the near side wall. They're into the Rampage zone. Wheeler picks it up. He's going to turn skate with it. Feeds it up to Wilton. Wilton turns it neutral into the Nashville zone. Wilton takes a quick shot. Deflects off a stick high and wide. Puck's going to come up and out. Turn around, and then it's at neutral ice, and it deflects back into the Nashville zone. Wilton turns, fires it back into the Nashville zone. Whittingham's given chase down low behind the Nashville net. Nashville has it up and out of the Rampage zone now. I send it down low, and time expires on period number 2. So far, I do feel like our boys have been picking up the pace a little bit and playing to this team a little better since the end of the first period. So period number 2, a little bit better. No goals for either team. Couple more opportunities for the Rampage offensively in that second half after the ice cut. So hopefully they're just continuing to dial it up a little bit. We're going into period number 3, the score of 3-0 in favor of the Nashville Junior Predators. Oh, he threw it in the net well after it was stopped. Well,
Went after Puck after the stop. What was the cross check in the back?
Huff got mad because their kid threw it into our net well after the play had stopped.
Yeah.
And he got mad and was retaliating for that. So that's what he came up and cross-checked the kid for. And then that's what started the little bit, basically, yeah. I don't think he saw the player turn and shoot it into the net because, I mean, that's a delayed game. But I don't think he saw that. But I think he realized what had happened. And right. Yeah, they kind of just let them both go on that one. All right, lined up, getting ready for period number 3. Just have to wait for the last 10 seconds of the intermission to tick off here. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Wheeler, and Espirito. Nashville wins the draw. Back to the far side. They take the red line. They're going to dump it into the zone. Puck back behind the Rampage net. Wheeler picks it up on the near side. Nashville pinching in, back in the corner. Whitted sends it around to the far side. Nashville pinching in. Puck comes out. Wheeler's going to send it up the boards. Drexel turns, sends it up and off. It's out to neutral ice. Sarver with a quick steal. He's into the zone. Johnny Sarver makes a move. Tries to send a shot. Nashville with a good defensive move to keep that shot from going through. Nashville turns, chips it into the Rampage zone. Wheeler gets back. He's got a player on. Whitted sends it up the near side wall, and then Nashville fires high and wide. Ends up on the far side at the point. They're going to chip it back in from the point. Wheeler sends it down low for Espirito. Espirito's behind his own net, sends it hard off the wall, looking for Sarver. Nashville with the takeaway. They're going to send it back in. Espirito's going to skate it to the far side, sends it up for Drexel. Drexel up to Whitted. Whitted's going to skate to the near side. He's into the Nashville zone. Quick shot taken. Goalie has it in his glove. He's going to hang on. So we get a stoppage. We'll have a face-off in the Nashville zone. 15:55 left in period number 3. Fresh set of skaters out on the ice. We've got Foster, Wilton, Whittingham, Gudanis, and Merrill. Tied up on the draw. Wilton's going to get there. Keeps it down low in the corner. Tied up down low. Nashville sends it around to the far side. Pinching in is Merrill. Merrill takes a big hit. Puck ends up back on the near side. Back in the far corner, still in the Nashville zone. Whittingham pulls it off the wall, gets tripped on his way through. Wilton takes a shot, and that one's going to go in. So Nick Wilton picks it up at center ice. He's going to shoot from up high. And with 15:29 left in period number 3, Rampage get on the board. Goal to Nick Wilton. Scores 3-1. What's that? That gets out on the ice. We've got Wilton, Whittingham, Foster, Bender, and Huff. Nashville wins the draw. A little back and forth. Whittingham's going to skate it back into the Nashville zone over to Foster. Foster takes a shot. Goalie with the save. Foster with the follow-up. Goalie with the save. Oh my gosh. And finally, a couple of shots and rebounds that the Rampage jump on. And I believe Armani Foster gets goal number 2 for the Rampage. So just like that, with 15:18 left in period number 3, the Rampage cut the lead to 1. A couple of quick goals. Rampage are not quite ready to go home yet. So I like what I'm seeing. A lot of fight left in these boys. They've always had that. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver, Huff, and Bender. I think there were 3 or 4 shots on that one before the final one went in. Nashville has it. They're back in their own zone. They turn, send it up. Bender has it in his own zone over to Huff. Huff turns with it, feeds it off the board. Sarver's going to chip it. Nashville turns it back around, a little back and forth. Whitted gets a stick on it. It's into the zone, and Rampage are offside. Faceoff will come outside the Nashville zone. Looks like it's going to go to the far side. So out on the ice, we've got King, Sarver, Whitted, Wheeler, and Espirito. Tied up. Rampage come up with it. Sarver sends it over to Wheeler. Wheeler has to turn on the near side. Takes the red line. He's going to send it in hard. Nashville sends it up the far wall. And Sarver had it for a second. Nashville's got it back. A little bouncing around. It's going to come out of the zone now. It comes out. Wheeler sends it back in. Rampage were offside. Really late whistle on that offside, but it was the right one. 14:38 left in the game. Faceoff will come outside the Nashville zone. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Rahosian, Roberts, Wheeler, and Esperito. Nashville's going to pick it up off the draw. They're into the Rampage zone. Down low in the far corner. Back behind the net. It's going to come around to the near side. McManus has tied it up. He's got Wheeler in there to help him out. Nashville pulls it off the wall. Centering pass, deflects off of sticks, and ends up in the far corner. Wheeler and Esperito are in there. I'm sorry, McManus and Esperito are in there. Tied up with a couple of Nashville players. Puck goes up the wall to Rahosian. He's going to turn, skates with it. Skates it out to center. Neutral ice, it's into the Rampage zone. He goes to the far wall, down low in the corner. Rahosian has it tied up. Comes up to McManus, quick shot. Goalie makes a save, ends up on the near side wall. Nashville up. They take the red line. They're going to chip it into the Rampage zone. Merrill has to come back for it. Merrill skates it up, deflects off a stick, comes up and out. That's too many men on the ice. That was too many men on the ice. The player that hadn't cleared the ice yet. Yeah. Oh, well. All right, back into the Nashville zone. Down low. Puck comes out to center. Merrill's going to get there. Skates down low, feeds it in, goes just wide of the net, ends up in the corner. Wilton's in there, ties it up. Whittingham's in there as well. It's tied up in the corner. We have a penalty coming to Nashville. Whittingham with a shot. Nashville's going to clear. And the clearing attempt actually goes in the net, but the play had stopped, and Liam was coming off because we had a penalty coming. All right, so with 13:18 left in period number 3, Rampage go on our first power play of the game. This is only the second penalty called the whole game, which is very unusual. For the most part, they're letting them play, and to be honest, it's been a pretty clean game. Out on the ice, we've got Rahosian, Whitted, Wheeler, Sarver, Esperito. Tied up. Nashville wins it down low into the corner, but Sarver gets there, feeds it up the board, comes up to the point. Esperito pinches in, keeps it in. Nashville's in there, comes up to Esperito out of the zone. He has to, Rampage after tag up. Cross to Wheeler. Wheeler back into his own zone, turns it behind his back over to Sarver. Sarver feeds it up to Whitted. Whitted turns, he's going to make some move. He's into the zone. Whitted takes the near side, skates it down low, holds it up in the corner. Gets caught up down low, feeds it up. Sarver up to, comes up to Sarver, to Esperito, just out of the zone. Esperito sends it across to Wheeler. Rampage have to tag up again. Wheeler skates to the far side, feeds it over to Esperito, goes off of his stick, goes to Sarver. Sarver's going to turn and dump it into the zone. Nashville has it down low, Whitted pinching in. They're going to send it up the side, the near side to Sarver. Sarver feeds it up to Esperito. He feeds it across to Wheeler. Wheeler back to Esperito, over to Sarver. Sarver takes a shot from up high, goes just wide of the net, goes to the far wall. Wheeler feeds it down low. Whitted turns with it, sends it across to Esperito. Esperito takes the shot, goes off the body. And then Sarver with the shot, goes off the post, ends up behind the net. Whitted sends it back. Can't see where the puck went. It looks like Nashville cleared at the distance. They waved off icing, but I'm not sure why. Wheeler turns. He's going to skate with it. He's through neutral. Rampage getting a change. Wheeler's into the Nashville zone. Comes up the wall and out. And that should have been icing also. It must have gone off of Whittingham's stick. Merrill turns with it. It's going to send it over the near side of Whittingham. Whittingham makes a move on the near side. He's back into neutral ice. Out to center. Into the zone. Takes a shot. Goalie gets a piece. It ends up down low in the corner. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Foster has to come back for it. Sends it across off the boards. Gudanis feeds it back off the near side. Foster picks it up. Nashville's back at full strength. Foster comes through. He's into the Nashville zone. Puck goes around the wall to the far side. Nashville's got it. They turn, send it across to the near side. Goes off the wall. Gudanis chips it back the other direction. Nashville chips it back again, and then Gudanis chips it back again. And now Nashville's going to send it into the zone. Huff has it on his stick. He's going to skate to the far side, sends it up the far wall, and not out. Nashville holds it at the blue line. They turn. Gudanis has it, feeds it up, goes through the skates of Roberts, and I think that's going to be icing, and it is. 10:39 left in period number 3. Faceoff will be back in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Roberts, King, Bender, and Huff. Nashville wins the draw up to the point, sends a shot in. Holmes has it in his glove. We'll get another face-off, just like we just did. Tied up on the draw. It goes down low. Bender's going to get there. Sends it around to the far corner. Has to give chase. Nashville pinching in is going to send it the other way. Huff sends it up to the near side boards. Nashville pinching in, keeps it in the zone. And Huff clears it. They're saying it was deflected, so play will continue. Back into the Nashville zone. Ian King giving pressure on the forecheck. Nashville sends around the far side. McManus with the steal. He goes into the corner after it. Roberts is in there as well. The puck is loose. Roberts gets tied up with a player. That looked like holding to me, but they're going to let play continue. Nashville skates up and out of the zone, through neutral, into the Rampage zone. They skate to the near side wall, feed it down low. Quick shot taken. Holmes with a nice save. Roberts is going to pick it up on the far side. Takes the red line. He's going to dump it in and go for a change. The Nashville goaltender holds it up. He's going to feed it over to his defenseman on the far side. Nashville sends it up. Deflects off a stick, ends up in the Rampage zone. Wheeler picks it up. Nashville with the poke check, centering pass, quick shot. And that one must have gone in. I honestly couldn't see it, but so he signaled a goal. I couldn't see it. So he signaled goal.
Didn't go in.
They signaled goal. Everyone on our end of the ice is convinced that it never went in the net. Well, we have a goal on the board. Our parents are convinced that it wasn't a goal. 9:29 left in the period. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Whitted, Rahosian, Wheeler, and Espirito. Rampage win the draw back to Wheeler. Sarver's going to chip it up and in. So on a very contested goal. Anyway, Nashville dumps it back into the Rampage zone. Down low, Wheeler sends it into the corner. Changes direction with it. He's got a player on. Wheeler skates to the near side. He's got it outside the zone now. Chips it. Goes up and out of play. We have a very contested goal up on the board that 9:03 left in the game. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Whittingham, Wilton, Merrill, and Gudanis. Into the Rampage zone. Gudanis has it down low. Deflects off a stick, comes over to Wilton on the far side. He's going to turn and skate with it. Dumps it into the zone. Rampage are offside. Rampage win the draw. Merrill sends it over to Gudanis. Gets caught up at neutral ice. Nashville has it. They're back into the Rampage zone. Centering pass. Merrill gets a skate on it. Nashville's going to recollect. Centers it, and Wilton with the steal. Not quite out of the zone. Now it is, and gets sent up and over. It's into the Nashville zone. Whittingham has it down low in the corner. Goes off the side of the net. The puck's down low, ends up in the far corner. Pinching in is Huff. Keeps it down low. Whittingham's there, sends it around the boards to the near side. Wilton going after it in the near corner. Nashville sends it up the boards, gets tied up in the zone, and now Nashville's going to clear. Comes back up to Huff. Hey. Nashville turns around, sends it into the zone. Huff picks it up. He's got a player on. Nashville centers it, and Gudanis picks it up. He's going to turn back behind the net. Fans on the pass, and now he's going to get it out of the zone. Roberts picks it up. He's going to turn the skate. He's into the Nashville zone with it. Puck bouncing around a little bit. It's going to come back up and out. Huff has it. He's going to send it in. Rampage have to tag up. Rampage figuring out the delayed offside call. Nashville has it back through the neutral ice. They're into the Rampage zone. Bounces up to center. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. Puck is loose. Comes back up. Shot. Another shot. Holmes with another save. And now it's going to get cleared up and out. I think this is going to be icing. But technically, you can't stop skating towards it. It would have been icing anyway. 7:25 left in the game. Score is 4-2. In my opinion, I think it's actually 3-2, but as I've said many, many times, it doesn't matter what I think. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Rahosian, Whitted, Wheeler, and I can't see Merrill, I think, on the far side. No, Espirito, excuse me. Nashville wins it. They're going to send it down low in the corner. Comes in the near side. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. He's got it in his glove. He's going to hang on. 7:19 left in the period. We'll have another face-off in the Rampage zone. Rampage win the draw. Wheeler's got it. Turns and sends it up. Whitted picks it up. Sends it off the boards. It's into the zone. Rahosian takes the near side, holds up, centers the pass. It goes through to the far side. Espirito pinching in. He's got it down low in the corner. Centers the pass, comes through to the near wall. Rahosian changes directions. Goes back down low. Nashville sends it around to the far corner. Comes up the wall, and now Nashville's going to clear it. They turn, they skate on the near side into the Rampage zone. Chip down low in the corner. Nashville still has it. They skate to the near side wall. They're going to dump it to the far corner. Espirito gets there. Goes up to Rahosian. Gets fed up but not out, and now it gets tipped up and out. Back into the zone. Sarver turns. Whitted has it. Sends it across. Doesn't connect. And Nashville, and then it gets poked back into the Nashville zone. Rampage going for a change. Nashville sends it across to the near side. They turn and dump it into the Rampage zone. Gudanis gets there. Blows the tire. Sends it up the wall. Sarver kicks it off the wall to the far side. Nashville gets there. Takes a shot. Holmes has it. And he's going to hang on. 6:04 left in the game. We'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Wilton, Whittingham, Foster, Merrill, and Gudanis. Rampage win the draw. Gudanis has it down low, chips it up the boards to the near side, goes after it, gets tripped up on his way to the puck. Play continues, gets tied up on the boards. Whittingham's in there, Gudanis is in there, and I can't tell who has the puck. I can't see it. Nashville pulls it off the wall, feeds it up to the point. Shot taken, goes off body, ends up in the far corner. Merrill turns with it, feeds it up and out of the zone. And Nashville chips it back, a little back and forth at neutral ice. Now Nashville's going to, send it into the zone. Now it comes back out again. Lost sight of the puck for a minute. Whittingham sends it into the Nashville zone. He recollects, shot, goes off the goalie and wide of the net. Puck comes up and out. Nashville turns, skates there into the Rampage zone, feed it to the far side. Shot taken, and that one's going to sneak past Liam. And that one is not contested. That pretty clearly was a goal. So with 5:17 left in the game, Nashville go up 5-2. And bring the gap back to 3. Out on the ice, we've got King, McManus, Roberts, Bender, and Huff. Nashville wins the draw back into their own zone. They're going to recollect, send it across to the near side. Puck comes up and out. It doesn't connect. That actually should be icing. They're going to wave it off because they said Bender was close enough. Comes out to Roberts. He chips it over to the far side. King's got it. He skates out of the zone, takes the red line. King's got it in the zone, puts a shot on net. Goalie is going to cover it up. We'll get a face-off in the Nashville zone with 4:55 left in period number 3. Scores 5-2 in favor of the Nashville Junior Predators. Out on the ice, same as before, we've got Bender, McManus, Roberts, Huff, and King. Nashville wins the draw. They're going to send it hard around the boards to the near side. They pick it up in their own zone. They're going to turn with it. Skate through neutral. They're into the Rampage zone. Shot taken. Bender gets skates in the way. He's going to turn around, feeds it over towards Roberts. Roberts skates through neutral, into the Nashville zone, gets a poke check, and now Nashville's going to turn around and send it back out to neutral ice. Huff across to Rahosian. Rahosian back to Huff. Huff sends a stretch pass, goes off of a Nashville skate, bounces back. They're back into the Rampage zone now. Down low in the corner. Nashville turns, sends a pass across to the far wall. They pick it up high. Nashville picks it up. They skate to the far wall. Feed it back down low. Nashville gets the puck first and ties it up down low. Whitted's in there, Bender's in there. Comes up the boards to the point. And now Bender's going to go back after it. He turns and fires it up the near side wall. It takes a weird bounce. And unable to clear the zone. Whitted with the steal. He's out of the zone now. Feeds it over to Rahosian. Rahosian backhands it towards the goaltender. Stop made, and Nashville picks it up. They're going to skate it back out of the zone. Gets held up at the blue line, and now it's back into the Rampage zone. Sarver with a poke check. He's going to pick it up down low. Feeds it up to Wheeler on the near side. Wheeler turns, chips it off the boards, up and out to neutral. Puck goes across to the far side. And it gets turned around. It's back into the Nashville zone. Nashville picks it up down low behind their own net. They're going to feed it up the near side. Comes out. Wheeler turns around, chips it back into the Nashville zone. He's going to give chase. Nashville feeds it around to the far corner and up the far wall. And just outside the zone, Espirito has to pick it up at neutral ice. Sends it across ice. Rampage all have to tag up, and they do. Nashville picks it up, feeds it back. Foster with the steal. Feeds it across to Merrill. Merrill into the zone on the far side. Shot taking, goalie with the save. He's going to cover it up, and we'll get a face-off in the Nashville zone. 2:58 left in the game. Rampage down by 3. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Foster, Wilton, Merrill, and Gudanis. Rampage win the draw, back to the corner, across to Merrill. Merrill takes a shot, goalie with a save, and then Foster with the follow-up. Armani Foster gets his second of the game. And so far, that line's been pretty good and aggressive. Shots on net and there to pick up rebounds. I'm sorry, I thought it was Foster, but Wilton is leading the, maybe it was Nick Wilton that got that one. I thought it was Armani Foster. So if that's the case, then Nick Wilton has his second of the game. 2:51 left in the game. Rampage closed the gap to 2. Out on the ice, we've got Rahosian, Whitted, Sarver, Gudanis, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw. Gudanis has got it on the near side. Takes the red line. He's going to chip it in on net. Goalie drops it for his defenseman. Rahosian heavy on the forecheck, and Sarver as well. Nashville sends it up. Whitted turns around, keeps it to the blue line. Drop for Rahosian. Goes down into the corner. Nashville's in there. Whitted comes in to help out. Rahosian and Whitted are in the mix. There's a Nashville player in there. Puck's tied up. Can't see the puck. Comes back to Rahosian. He tries to change direction. Whitted's back there. Tries to center it up to, Nashville takes it away. They send it across to the far side. And then a quick turnaround and then turn around again. Huff chips it off the wall. Whitted turns, fires it hard to the far side. Nashville sends it back the other way, a little back and forth at neutral. Rahosian drops it and Nashville picks it up. They're into the Rampage zone. Quick shot, Holmes with the save. Goes back behind, ends up in the near corner. Gudanis is going to feed it across, goes off a skate and out to neutral ice. Nashville turns around, sends it back in. Ends up in the near side corner. Back up the boards, kicked out to neutral. King is there. Nashville has it back. He was offside. They let play continue. Nashville picks it up down low. They feed it up to the point. Cross to the near side. Goes off a skate. Sarver gets in the mix and then comes down. McManus turns, fires it up. Still in the zone. Pinched in on the wall. Gets deflected, ends up in the far side corner. Huff sends it hard around the boards to Gudanis. Gudanis feeds it up to Sarver. Sarver over to McManus. He's out of the zone, but Nashville with the takeaway. They're back in. Just about a minute left. Shot deflects off a body, ends up back behind. Goes to the far wall. King sends it up and out. Nashville has to tag up. They're going to send it across to the near side at neutral ice into the Rampage zone. Huff sends it up the boards. Goes back down again, and Gudanis is going to get there. He turns with it, gets a loose puck, comes out front. Shot taken, Holmes with the save, and he's got it covered. And we've got a stoppage, and we'll have a face-off in the Rampage zone with 37.9 seconds left in the game. Rampage down by 2, face-off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Wilton, Whittingham, Wheeler, and Bender. Tied up on the draw. Still anybody's puck. Comes up to the point. Nashville sends it down the near side wall. Centering pass. Goes down to Wilton down low. He changed direction, sends it up the boards on the near side. Nashville's going to hold it at the point. Sends it back down the near side boards. Comes out to neutral. Wilton picks it up. He's going to turn and skate with it. Just 15 seconds left. Sends it across to the far side. Chips up and comes back into the Rampage zone. Nashville turns, fires a shot that Holmes makes a save, goes in the far corner. Bender picks it up, and he's going to send it up but not out, and time expires. So your score after 3 is 5-3 in favor of the Nashville Junior Predators on a really hard-fought second half of that game. Actually, it's the second and third period were a hard-fought battle, and to be really fair, Rampage actually won the second and third period collectively, but we're down too much of a hole by the end of the first to make a comeback. So good news is the boys showed a lot of fight. We had one goal that went to Nashville that I don't believe was, but it'll be really interesting because we've got the cameras behind the net per Mr. Jeff Stahl, and so we'll be able to go do an official review later and find out if it went in and bounced back out real quick or if it just never went in at all, which I think is the case. So nonetheless, your score after 3 is 5-3 in favor of Nashville Junior Predators, and guys are going to go take a break, get some lunch, hopefully rest up a little bit and get ready to come back because the team we're playing against later today is also a very, very good, strong team, and we'll just hope that we come back and make a good effort later this afternoon. See you guys.